Oh, I gotta turn the volume up. Hello, hello, how are you doing? Yeah, it sounds a little low. There, there we go. That should be better. Okay. Well, a little tidbit I came. Uh-oh. Let me see where it went here. Where are you at? What happened? There I am. Okay. So sorry. And I don't edit, so I'm so sorry. A little bit of a tidbit for everyone. History moves slowly until it moves suddenly. Yeah, I thought that was kind of profound. That came off the John Insight channel, YouTube channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's nice to have you here. If you're one of my regulars, hello. It's good to see you again. I'm checking in. All right. I'm in Oregon now. Got myself moved and just south of Salem. And yeah, it went all right. The drive down a little longer than I thought. Got caught up in an hour long crawl on the 205 around Salem, but I made it here safely. BJ guided me in, her and Walter, her husband. Beautiful, beautiful souls. I love them. Okay, but man, it is what, the 9th of December. Mhm. So I've been off for a little bit. Lots is happening. And there's a few things here. I'm going to pick up the nickname that Fefe uh, has put on the one I've been calling the Orange Menace. Sleepy D. I think that describes him very well these days. I could call him the Sleepy Dawn, DAWN, the Sleepy Dawn. Yeah. And uh, I've been hearing rumblings, the states here are we're in a precarious spot, you know, because of the sleepy dawn. And so, anyway, I want to talk about that. First, I want to say hello to Annette and Warrior Girl. And I hope my having senior moments are coming and going a little bit. I'm trying to catch up on my rest. So, Fatima, love you, girl. I love all of you, actually. So, and Annie Bear, you're great. So, and Carl, I hope you're doing good. And I'm glad you're hanging out with Denise. She's wonderful and awesome. Denise Fletcher. If the rest of you haven't been, I know a lot of you are over there because she's really good. All right. So check her out. And let's see. There's going to be new stuff coming in January. Um, BJ and I are, we're getting ready to do a big collab, and uh, her husband Walter, uh, precious, precious soul. Evidently, he knows how to do websites. So, we're going to be getting some websites built by somebody who knows what they're doing. I'm done trying to put it together. I'm 71 last month, turned 71. So, you know, takes me a little bit longer to get rested back up. So I'm sorry it's taken me a bit longer to get here, but that's okay. I am going, and I did a layout. It's, patterned after the Celtic cross, but it's my identification of each one. Annette, I sent you a copy, and I sent my granddaughter a copy. So if any of you, you know, do the cards, work with cards, and are interested in any of the layouts that I use, because I like a variety, I just do. I'm curious and poke around for different things. Uh, but this one came to me a few days ago, and I jotted it down. Patterned with that, but I include the shadow card. So, you turn that over, you got the shadow on the, so that's the shadow over the whole layout. Um, I like it. So I'm going to use that. And we're going to talk a little bit about uh, Three Eye Atlas. All right. The winter solstice is when they're going to be closest to the Earth. Now, I know they're not talking about any others but Three Eye Atlas, but I've been tracking over the time, including the one day, I think I saved them, where the Three Eye Atlas, they said it got hit by a solar flare and it just gone. Well, then there it was again. So it wasn't gone. And then they said something crashed into it and oh, it fell to pieces. And well, then it wasn't. And then they stopped talking about that kind of stuff. And this was weeks ago. So, but I've counted 11. We're up to 11 total. And then I came across the channel Jordan Crowler, and has been reading, and I'm going to get some of his books too. There's an author by the name of Robert Monroe, 1915, born in 1915, passed in 1995, or crossed into the next dimension. So 1995, he was a broadcasting executive, and he became renowned for his exploration of consciousness. He founded the Monroe Institution, or the Monroe Industries. I think they're calling him now. And he wrote about this time in his books. And there's a section in one of them. I got to go look at John Crowler's video he did again on it, because he says this is just a section in one of the books. The Gathering. Yeah. The Gathering is here. Thousands of UFOs are around our planet. And I think he's right when he says you have two choices. Will you see this as an opportunity, or will you see this as a crisis? And uh, these people, these humans, these otherworldly beings, and there's a whole mix. But they're like us. Most of them are great. Most of them are great, good heart. They all have souls. Well, I guess you'd have to compare it to here on Earth. I think most of us are walking around with souls, but then you've got entities that not so much. But I also want to remind you that in knowing this, if this, something that you don't ever think about, you know, um, from what I have learned over my readings and looking and research and all that over the years, you know, if they wanted us gone, we would have been gone long ago, you know. So We are loved by some. We are ignored by probably a bunch. And um, then there's the other, you know, not so nice, which is just like here. It's not a big group, but man, do they make noise sometimes, right? Just like on this planet right now. We got 300 corporations responsible for the state of the world right now, for the garbage in the oceans, for the whole kit and caboodle of problems. You know, uh, so, and we got billions, billions of people around this planet. I don't know the number, but you compare the billions to 300 corporations. Okay, figure the boardroom has got a dozen people sitting on it, maybe, you know, because they can be of various sizes or they can be just the minimum, you know. You got the press, the VP, the secretary, the treasurer. Uh, there's at least those four. I think there's one more probably. But anyway, and they all have their own type of personalities and such. So anyway, I'm looking and I am feeling that the winter solstice between the 19th and the 24th, you know, something. Not sure what. I'm going to do a message reveal layout today. Okay. This isn't going to be a long video. And I forgot to look at the time again. Also, something else is coming up. Message reveal layout. I think this may be what I'm going to read on. And because of Sleepy Dawn, Mexico, you know, we are prime pickings for them to take their land back. Yeah. And we know what do you want to call him? Uh, the Putin, Vlad. He's eyeballing Alaska. And that one's the most recent one, 54, because it was the year that I was born. And my second husband was born there when it was still a territory, or it came a state. Came a state in 54. So I don't know how long we held it in the territory um, category. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I want to read on, you know, is Mexico. Are they going to take their land back? Hey, Texas, how you doing? Huh? And what? Southern California, I do believe. I could be wrong. You let me know. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So uh, I'm going to move a few things here. Did I get a deck out to use? No, I didn't. Not, what's it going to use? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I'm still getting settled in. And so let's see. Present time. I am going to use to, I brought this one twice, so I think this is the one I'm supposed to use. I don't got my pen limb here. Wait just a second, grab my pen limb. Oh. Okay. And it's the first time. And my new locale, I was going to get my stuff on too before I did this. How are you all doing? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. And happy holidays. It is the season. So uh, hopefully we're hanging in there, you know, doing good. I hope, I hope. And this is my for entertainment purposes only. All right. Yeah. And oh, yeah. Let's see. What is the moonstone? The moonstone one. How about that? Yeah. Okay. Why did I grab you? Oh, okay. And I'm going to ask my entity, my oversoul, my angels, guides, sages, ancestors that are all with the light, the divine light for our highest and greatest good. Are you with us here? Are you with us for our highest and greatest good? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, calm it down. There you go. All right, I've got the Tarot of the 78 Doors. Is this the one that you want me to use? Is this the deck? Yes or no, please? Yes, that's what I thought. I've picked it up twice and just, so, yep. And my hand's a little blown up. I know that last week. I mean, look at that. I can't even get my ring on. So, and I've still got some unpacking and stuff to do. So let me get a few things on here. Look at that. I can look at that. That's a big ring too. I can get it on this one. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I get a few. And BJ, I'm gonna tell you, the stones. Oh my God, they're beautiful. The energy here is magnificent. It because of the stones. I think, well, her too, but you know, that's why she's the stones. They're radiating such awesome energy. She's got magical stuff. I'm thinking we need to collaborate and uh do one on just stones. Would you like that? The different kind of stones and crystals and gems and all that. I have prophecy stones coming. And I'm so pleased. Yeah. Now now this stone and this stone here is labradorite. Labradorite. I have a hard time saying that. It's the stone that Susan Lynn uses too with her, when she's working and when she's not type thing. But I don't exactly roll that way, but it protects you from chaos. All right. A lot of stones are just protective stones like black tourmaline, real strong protection, but it's just protective. But this one, it says chaos. It protects from chaos. This is also considered the witch's stone. I read that one time. So I really like its power. Okay. All right. Tarot of the 78 Doors. All right. Oh, and I'm going to do a live, just me, tomorrow, Wednesday, the 10th, December 10th at 10 a.m. Okay. I wrote that down because I know it's been a while. So, and I'll put a little thing up. I'll post it on my post page too. Free readings. All right. And I had kind of an epiphany also. Some of you may have heard me talk about dreams, that I don't do dreams anymore. I shut them down when I was 14. And the reason I shut it down, and that at 14, that would have been, I had that one from the time I was 10 until just before I was 13. So 2.5 years. Uh, and that turned out, I'm gonna ask, or maybe if one of you get a chance to ask, oh, excuse me. I thought about asking Allie at Heart and Soul Connected. And I haven't talked to her about it or emailed her. I thought about emailing her. I have learned that the dream I had between 10 and 13, those 2.5 years there, they're called a directive or a covenant dream. So I need to learn some more about that. Any of the dream things that I've ever caught wind of, including on Allie's, have never covered covenant dreams or directive dreams. Uh, and that's what mine falls into. Now, the two when I was 14, because there were two, was the reason I went into sleep deprivation. I was not going to do this. And which one was first? Which one was first? I think it was the mask. There was, you've seen the white mask, with just the eyes and then the slit for the mouth, right? Yeah. So and these were reoccurring dreams for me, you know, and it feels like it was during the summer months is when this was happening. When I was 14. A lot of stuff happened when I was 14. Uh, something I anyway. Um, so there was just the mask over my face, and my hand would come up and I'd pull it down just to find another mask. This hand, just find another and another and another and another and another and another. I could not find my face. I could not see who I was. I could not find my face. I could not see me. I could not see me. And the other one was the maze. There was no entrance or exit. It was a square building. Well, there were four walls. There was no entrance and there was no exit. A maze. I could never find my way out. I shut those dreams down. I believe those dreams were because of this time here and now. And also, those dreams now, when I think of them, I think all the jobs, I mean, all the jobs, all the moves that I did, you know. There were some years where I moved 3 times in a year, you know, every 3 months. Didn't happen year after year, but there, 2 moves a year, that was no problem. And I would stay within the school district um, for the kids, you know. This was up in Alaska, I did. And when I came down to Washington, I kind of fell apart. But anyway, I think it was all about this time frame, you know, because I didn't think I'd be living past 40. I really didn't. Here I am, 71. So anyway, that was interesting. So if any of you check in with Allie and her group that does the dreams and bring up directive dreams, covenant dreams, see what those are about, you know. So I'm gonna get a little settled more before I reach out to Allie and, you know, see if I can't come on and we can do a visit and collab and catch up, you know. Allie's wonderful. Heart and Soul Connect. If you're new here and you haven't found Allie at Heart and Soul Connected, you're missing a real treat. She's a professor and very spiritual, and she reads Akashic records now, and she's very, very wonderful lady. And she has a lot of different people on. She introduces a lot of new talent coming out. So please check her out if you haven't. Okay. All right. We're going to use Tarot of the 78 Door. And what's that going to? All right. Get that piece of paper out here. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Now I have to remember I had a senior moment again. So let's hang on. Oh, yeah. The Mexico thing. Mexico. Let's start with Mexico. See if they're going to come for Texas, at least. Probably Southern California too. But I mean, because the timing seems to be really ripe. So, yeah. Right now, I'll just read on it. Okay. 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 The question is, will will Mexico want their land back, their territory back, their land? Will Mexico want their land back? Are they going to come for it? Because we do a lot of business in Mexico, lots of business in Mexico, you know? And at this stage, nobody has to fire a shot anymore. All they have to do is adjust the commerce, you know, what we're buying from them, what they buy from us. We don't have nothing, you know. I don't believe, oh, we got, the Hierophant came flying out. Oh, yeah, at present time, it's all about them. The the government system, the religious system, at present time, that's what it's all about. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put this back in there and shuffle it 4 times and then lay them out. All right, we're gonna do it's patterned after Celtic cross, but I added, and then we got the shadow card at the end. Shuffle 4 times. Mhm. All right, 3. The first card can tell us what's going on at present time. Okay, and last 4. The second one, what we must deal with. So let's keep Mexico. Is Mexico going to make a move for its territory? Mm, mm. I was just talking about a maze, wasn't I? Yeah. I've got the sun card. And in this deck, it's a round maze. Look at that. Yeah. So, what do we got to deal with then? We got temperance. So, the balance. We've got to deal with the balance. Due to we got the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, those in need, the haves and the have nots. Yeah. The haves and the have not. Yeah. And it is affecting, well, got another arcana. It's affecting the hermit. Okay. So I would say that's in this hermit here, we have see there's offerings. This I gotta get a different camera. But anyway, there's offerings there, and the hermit's going, "No, man, I don't want that. No." So it's off balanced. We are not balanced at all. I mean, that's what we have to deal with. Temperance, you know? We have to deal with temperance, with the balance. We have got to have a balance, you know? I'm not talking about us alone either. I'm talking about everybody, everywhere, everything, you know? Because the universe demands it. Okay. So, so the thoughts on it came out reversed. Shouldn't have. Two of Pentacles. So, two of Pentacles, but it came out reversed. So, which tells me because two of Pentacles is about a balance and act, earthy, and our tools are everything earthy related, but we're out of balance. I mean, the hermit is running from balance in here, you know, he's not having it. And let's see, what can we expect? Four of Swords. It's like we're blind, you know. What are the circumstances? Circumstances we're dealing with is a King of Wands. See, that's Stonehenge behind the King of Wands. We're dealing with ancient, well, that's ancient. And the system is an ancient setup too. Even though we are an experiment, I mean, we're the greatest experiment on earth. Democracy, we've affected every country, that has been able to lift themselves up. And they all have to some degree, with the exception of a few, maybe Korea in particular, North Korea. So, yeah. So the influences, Nine of Wands, persistence, you know, putting the work in. the work in. Is Mexico coming after us? Okay. Circumvent advice. Wow. 4 cups. In this card, that looks like a whole lot of Americans at this day and age, doesn't it? Yeah. Not in great shape. So out of shape. Stuffing junk into our faces. What will we experience? Wow, there it is. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords. What's the shadow over this layout? The 2 of Swords. We got a damned hard decision to make. Culmination of all this tells me that we're going to have to deal with it. We're going to have to deal with it. Is that what it's going to take for them to take a sick old man out of the Oval Office? Yeah. Drowsy or sleepy Don. Is that what it's going to take to remove his ass? I mean, this, because what's going on in my mind is just pathetic. But, yeah. Oh, so, and then I thought, okay, let's, yeah, Aladdin. I'm going to do, I'm going to pull a clarifier for the card, predictions card, just for shites and giggles. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Explosive situation, man. Okay, let's see. Let me see what I can get. Okay. Mexico. Because Vlad has been talking about this, or, making rumblings about Alaska for quite a while. Yeah, he has. And we're in one curious spot. So, Spirit, please give me a clarifier on this. Mexico coming after their territory. It's originally theirs. Coming after their territory. Clarifier. Clarifier, please. Mexico coming after their territory. Taking it back. Okay. So, trains or transport. That's what I got. So, that's movement, you know, that's movement in that direction. And the shadow card is holding power. Okay. So, even though it's on the table or, you know, it's going to come at us, um, well, actually, Mexico is holding the power. Yeah, that's what that is. They just said Mexico holds the power. We're not in a position. We are not in a position. And transit transport is movement. So let's keep an eye out for this, shall we? All right. I love y'all. And look at it. If you're interested in this, any of the readings that I do, I mean the layout, card layouts and stuff, let me know. Email me and I'll send it to you. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. All right, hon. Love you all. And I hope you can make it tomorrow at 10. I don't know what everybody else is going on. I haven't been on here in a while. So I'd love to see you tomorrow on the live. It'll just through YouTube, and I hope you can make it. I love you all. All right. You have a real good, and please do, if you do the breath work that I've been telling you about, it helps with the zen, it helps with the calm, it keeps you grounded, you know? Even though all this is going on, it, you'll stand in the eye of the storm and be able to observe without panicking, you know? And because none of us operate on a good level when we're panicking. You know that. Yeah. Okay. I love y'all. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye for now. Let's see. Is that? Oh, wrong one. It's been a while. All right. Oh, and please do. Where did I do that? Okay. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you're still here. Love to have you. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. Remember, forgiveness, not bitterness. Forgiveness, not bitterness. Heart intelligence, body intelligence, not the program stuff. Seek through your heart and your body intelligence. Okay? All right. I love you all. Bye for now.